Andromeda plant sample detected nearby.
Leaving a Varl. Bridge is yours, Pathfinder.
Gil's been asking if you can come by. Ready to fly, Path. What the?
Find something?
Something pinged us. An ID request. The Tempest auto-responded.
We'll keep an eye out in the sector. That a satellite? Is that what pinged us in this sector?
It's pulsing an initiative call response code. Someone knows our tech inside and out.
Let's get a scan. What the hell happened?
Anti-trackback measure? Drive system overloaded. Not quick enough, though. I got a serial that has triggered an alert.
Pathfinder, we are to contact Director Addison as soon as possible.
What is going on?
Prepping VidCon communications.
Ryder, tell me about the satellite you found.
Director? What are you talking about?
My alert identified a ZK resource tracker. They're emergency tech, full of overrides so they can bypass protocol. They were designed by Dr. Zoe Jean Kennedy. She disappeared with the Exiles. If her tech has shown up, that could give someone a backdoor to steal from your outposts.
Why were these trackers allowed to bypass protocols?
They're supposed to be hubs, to rapidly track and pull resources if lives are at stake somewhere. That's why they weren't deployed. Tan didn't like anyone bypassing his rubber stamp.
If this satellite is new, how is it kept up with our security measures?
That's a very good question.
What was Dr. Kennedy's role in the initiative?
She designed the orbital beacons, forward stations, and half the kit in the Tempest. She'd ram an upgrade through before the requisition was on Tan's desk. Dr. Kennedy disappeared along with the Exiles. That was a big loss.
She disappeared with the Exiles, but you aren't calling her one?
She sympathized. But we'd never let an expert like that go. She was vital. But in the chaos, a lot of things, and people, went missing.
Pretty extreme to set up a personal alert. Why do that?
A lot of Dr. Kennedy's projects were unofficial.
But you backed them. Like these trackers.
I don't want some asshole using my access codes to cut a backdoor into our resources, or Tan blaming me for it. But I also want to know what happened to her.
If we have to find the tech or the person, where do we begin?
You got a sliver of data from the first tracker. With more scans, maybe Suvi can assemble a point of origin. Obviously, these trackers are being deployed where initiative tech is concentrated. That means outposts. Try another outpost system, or place more. Maybe you'll draw them out, whoever they are.
And when we find them?
They're stealing our resources. My concern is Dr. Kennedy, her tech, their lives. In that order.
Just got pinged by another of those ZK trackers.
Let's try to get close enough to pull some data.
On it.
Anomaly on sensors. Probe away.
Tracker ahead. Looks active.
Ease up on it. We need a point of origin. That is one twitchy self-destruct.
Wait. Just let me stick a predictive model in this fragment. There, a common vector, maybe a point of origin.
Good job. Let's go.
Anomaly on sensors. Probe away. Anomaly found.
We're here, Ryder. Nav point where the three Sabres supposedly attacked a supply ship.
I'm getting a unique radiation signature from the scans. I think their drive's leaking ESO.
Does it lead anywhere?
I'm only getting a general vector. If we scan the other sites, we could narrow it down. Anomaly on sensors. Deploying probe. I found something.
Pathfinder. This is the exact nav point indicated by the ZK trackers.
Right, Addison's request. Let's see if this helps us find her missing scientist.
Damn it. The shuttle's just a relay. But I think we can get in their feed. Hold on.
Signal's through. Ready for coordinate transferring. Who the fuck? We've been found. Deadhead the comms.
Here we go again. I'm the Pathfinder!
A Pathfinder? One finally showed?
Harlan, stop talking.
Is that Dr. Kennedy? Are you okay? Director Addison is concerned about you and your tech.
Keep them talking, Ryder. Tracing.
All I want is to stop the stealing. I have outposts of people trying to start their lives.
Outpost starting lives, huh?
Let them see, Harlan.
They just forwarded Dr. Kennedy's medical profile. Ryder!
She's pregnant. That woman is pregnant.
That woman knows full well the state she's in.
Chemical blockers were standard for cryo. We were supposed to wait until we were stable.
And when was that going to be? Everything was going wrong. The Nexus had no plan. You're with Addison? Well, she fell in line with Tan, said we couldn't add new mouths until we were stable. But this wasn't about waiting until we could afford a house. We were dying. So I left, with enough meds for Harlan and I to get off the blockers.
How far along? Dr. Kennedy, how long?
8 months, give or take.
We're not going back. You're not getting my tech. We'll be fine without you. Tell Addison. Fuck it, don't tell her anything. Kill it.
They flashed the core. Couldn't get a trace.
Addison will want to hear about this, and I've got questions for her. Director Addison, I have a sighting on your missing Dr. Kennedy and her trackers.
She's alive?
And 8 months pregnant.
Fucking hell.
She didn't disappear. Dr. Kennedy left to try and have a child. You really had no clue?
I knew she wanted us to fast-track the schedule, but we had no worlds. We were going to lose people. I wasn't going to watch babies die, too. Of all the stupid, irresponsible, selfish... She was always like this, even back on Earth. She talked me into this, and now we have to save her tail.
Dr. Kennedy seems to have a group with her. Stealing aside, she has support.
How long will that last? She's the smartest person I know, but she jumps without looking. Ryder, we have 2 speeches banked for the first child in Andromeda. Trust me, you want the one for the good outcome.
We know how to find her. We find more of her ZK trackers.
Hopefully you can draw them out by placing more outposts. If she hasn't changed the protocol.
She's 8 months. She may be distracted.
This is a complete shit show. Find them, Pathfinder. The first human child in Andromeda can't just disappear.
System, home of Eos and Prodromos.
Descent is green.
Coordinating. Path is calm.
Hello guys, I was before I was unable to do some important tasks because the HDR was on and it was impossible to do lives. Some complications because YouTube also has some limits with the HDR. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. Then what I did was in Android I just delete all the updates and HDR works again. So what happened is I just deactivate the HDR, which is a high dynamic range, and Andromeda works nice now without any complication. Andromeda is a very nice game. Technically, you know, it's built on Frostbite. Before it was like a Scandal, this is Frostbite or Frostbite, I don't know how it is pronounced, but BioWare were using the Frostbite engine even 3 years earlier with Dragon Age Inquisition. I know that here the mechanics are exactly like Dragon Age Inquisition, but in space. And it works, you know, this job. Andromeda is quite nice game, it's not that bad. Yeah. It's a game without DLC, so it would be nice. It's like Mass Effect 2 without DLC. It's not that rich,
So, Cora,
unfortunate.
you like numbers, contingencies, all that. We're going to make it here, aren't we?
I hope so.
It'd be pretty stupid to come all this way just to fail.
True.
Cool.
Pathfinder, my sensors read an Andromeda plant sample nearby.
Because people about this game, they were saying like, "Oh, this game is no good," whatever. They were trying to find many things, but even the previous Mass Effect, they are not perfect. Like morally, there were no kids, so that world was just an action RPG basically. But I heard all the sorts of accusations against Andromeda, but it's a good game. It's very nice. It's satisfying. It's the level of other games that's fine with that. People were just accusing the game like, yeah, maybe, you know, the facial movements, all of this stuff, but even Dragon Age Inquisition, there are some issues. that have never been solved. So without all of these accusations, probably, or even, you know, the choice of BioWare to do another game, because it was in 2017, 2018, everyone was doing online video games. So with Anthem or like this. But I'm sure that if Andromeda would have like a couple of DLC, big DLC, like for example Leviathan in Mass Effect 3, Andromeda would be a very nice game, very very good. I don't understand why these people, oh, we don't like the open world, blah blah blah. It's bad. The game is nice, I love it. So I'm really enjoying this game.
We've got targets!
The menu is also so nice, it's really organized. So even if we see other games, they are not better than this. The menu is nice. Many other RPG games are upgrading their menu. Like for example of BioWare, there is an old game, Baldur's Gate. Now they are doing Baldur's Gate 3, which you know, graphically is almost like this. They are just upgrading the graphical system, some technical, like the skill tree, all of this. So I think that Mass Effect Andromeda is an example of how bad the social media can be. So in this case, social media had a very negative impact on this game. So it's normal. Every game after the release has you know, some optimization problems. Then they are enriched with patches that fix the game, and they are enriched with nice DLC. So now after you know, 2017, 19, 20, 21, after 4 years, I'm noticing that some people, they are playing again Dragon Age Inquisition,
We've
and
got
then
targets!
they are appreciating Andromeda. It's not that bad.
Nice work.
So if the next Mass Effect will be open world like Andromeda, I will be happy. I don't care about people that always criticize on the social media. I don't care anymore. Yeah, it has some moments. I did right. There are some, obviously it's an RPG, it's an action RPG, which is funny. It's funny, I mean, it gets a lot of fun. Then there's some open world mechanics, like looking, searching. I mean, it's kind of connected to the trilogy, so that's wrong to compare an entire trilogy with only with this game. We have to compare only one game to this game, not an entire trilogy. So,
My sensors are detecting Ket technology, Pathfinder.
yeah, it is a kind of game. How to go there. Once I did. It's almost impossible. Okay, let's do these plants first. I have a mission that I have to collect some plant sample to improve. I have to collect some plant sample
Ascent is go.
to improve something in the game.
Leaving
Which is
Atmo.
normal.
All clear.
So this mission is more exploration, is more RPG.
Can we talk when you're free?
Yeah, when I'm free. Now I'm busy. The problem of Mass Effect is that people want Shepard, nothing else. So I believe that the next Mass Effect, even if will be perfect, even if everything will be alright, people will concern because of Shepard. I like the story of Shepard, but Shepard is like nice and is also a curse at this point, because people want only Shepard. So then they shouldn't call the game Mass Effect. They should call the game Shepard, because the game gives a world based on is more complex. There is not only Shepard. There are, even in the books doesn't talk about Shepard. The books talks about Anderson, about I don't know, Kelly Sanders, about many other people, but unfortunately many people of the community that likes Mass Effect, they are focused only on Shepard. Is like a kind of Vin Diesel. I understand that, I like that, I appreciate that, but we have to be more open-minded, because Mass Effect is like kind of a Star Wars, Star Trek. It's like is a universe. There are so entire solar systems with planets, with a lot of history, a lot of species. But people are only focused on Shepard, which is kind of sad, I would say. It's kind of sad because everything went to hell. Like, so Andromeda is an open world based on the Mass Effect universe. So people should appreciate that, but because there is no Shepard, everything went to hell. That's bad. I like the idea of Ryder. I like the idea. I can understand some of the problems. That's
We're on
fine.
course.
But I can understand the budget that they cut off Andromeda. BioWare probably, I don't know, they cut from Andromeda a lot of budget because of Anthem. I understand the concern, but when people say just, oh, we want only a Shepard story, Shepard story is clearly there is an end. If they want to do something, that's fine, but just remember, it's an RPG. So we should make that story. That's my thoughts about it.
Heat levels increasing.
Nice gun. Where'd you get it?
Almost croaked out there.
Heat levels increasing.
Wow. The remnant took over. Let's check it out.
Even here is nice. Look the texture, looks the flow. Looks realistic. It's like a proper desert. It's really improved. People just say, oh no, this is no good, blah blah blah. Still a game.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Extracting mineral in a proper way. So what I think, I understand the budget stuff, that's real, but also the social media, they put too much negativity, and you know how powerful information and social media are. So they were convincing everyone, even me, that Andromeda was a shit game, was a bad game. So social media are so powerful that social media say this is not...
Pathfinder, I detect broken scavenger machinery ahead.
They convinced this game is bad, and everyone say, oh yeah, because social media say that, it's the truth. It's not the truth.
Sam, another memory trigger?
One of your father's memories is now accessible. Return to Sam Node on the Hyperion to investigate further. I detect above normal temperatures. Ambient temperature is normal.
I think that's a remnant construction over there.
Activating automated forward station deployment. Mining zones in this region are available, Pathfinder. I've added them to your nav system.
Even in this action RPG, the romance option is just an option. It's not the main. It's not the main thing. So you can just play this game. You can enjoy this sci-fi game without having a romance option. Other, you know, just if your main point is romancing someone in a video game, look for something else. But you know, this game is an action RPG. It's not a love story based game. That's there are other games for that. So this game is an RPG. So RPG has action, dialogues, options. You can now with the open world, you can explore by using cars. But the game is not based on love stories. So some people are judging and say, okay, this game is rubbish because of that. No, it's because if I do not engage in a romancing story in this game, the game works exactly how it's supposed to be, because this game is not based on that kind of stuff. So social media, unfortunately, that's what I believe. Social media, they destroy
So, Cora,
this game.
I know, all right. I shouldn't have put my faith in Sarissa. I should have remembered. She's just as fallible as me, but I didn't. Happy now? I'll be happier when you've shot something. You and me both.
because I was playing other games too. I was playing other games, and you know, games that people say, yeah, this game is super, is nice, whatever. But what I realize, other games has exactly the same problems or even more problems of Andromeda, which is a shame. I mean, I am a video game player. I understand that social media are good if used properly. But about this game, about Andromeda, social media had a very negative impact. It's like, how can I say, some small group of people say something wrong and all the rest, they say, oh yeah, that's right. Which was not right at all.
Andromeda plant sample detected nearby.
So for me it's a shame that this game didn't get DLC or nothing. Okay, we are nearby. Should be around here. Okay, probably it's inside a cave. Probably there is a cave nearby. Yep. Because it shows the underground.
Life support is stable.
So guys, look how beautiful is this place. Look how beautiful is this place. This beautiful oasis. Oh, yeah, there is some fresh air. It's enjoyable, this game.
Sam, another memory prompt?
One of your father's memories is now accessible. Return to Sam Node on the Hyperion to investigate further.
For example, something nice, they could put like I can control Cora or I can control PB, like in Dragon Age Inquisition. It would be kind of nice. Maybe they didn't do that because otherwise it would be very similar to the Dragon Age series, but not a problem with that. It's kind of exploration, so this game is enjoyable. Places are good, NPCs are good too. You can customize your character the way you want. So I'm feeling like this game was boycotted in a way. So the the problems were from BioWare, from social media. That's what I'm convinced. I'm convinced about that. So this game was killed from BioWare because of Anthem first. So the budget was cut. The budget was on Anthem. and from social media, because people say, oh, it's not Mass Effect, there is no Shepard without Mass Effect. So that's the two main points. Otherwise this game would be more improved, would be more, you know, it's nice. I really enjoy that. And I'm also playing Dragon Age Inquisition, which I say it's okay, that's the new generation, I mean, from 2014. So I believe this is like a good game. It would be like, you know, the Aquarian Arc would be nice. And also another DLC maybe that shows other species in this galaxy. Maybe underdeveloped, because for me it does not make any sense to find like the Hungarian. The Hungarian have the same technological levels of other people. For example, you could they could put like the Hungarian and the other that have Hungarian is you know, from not from Hungary, from Europe, but is alien species. The Remnant is fine with that, because otherwise it wouldn't look like Mass Effect game. So there is that formula, and maybe just put another developed species. Like they have some cities, but they are like in the 19th centuries, so they can put something like that and something nice. But as a action RPG, it works. So I'm still convinced that this game was over-criticized. Now I'm doing some recording. I was doing some recording with the HDR activated, but even like this is fine. Yep. Yeah, here. So I have to do some adjustments. Okay, I see if oh, there is something else here too, so I should go there. Yeah, this planet is nice, so I have to make another video.